Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Heron Heads podcast. My name is Julio, and I'm joined today by some friends and fellow Inter Miami fans, Dave and Chris. And we'll see if Jose joins us tonight. But we are coming to you live following Inter Miami's victory over Pumas, 3-1 in the final match day of the Leagues Cup. I forget what it's called, but like the group stage of the Leagues Cup competition.
Phase one.
Phase one. And with this win, they controlled their own destiny. So by winning, they advanced to the quarterfinals of the Leagues Cup without Messi, I might add. So a lot to talk about tonight. Excited to get into it. Before we do that, huge shout out to our Chief Heron Heads, Chow and Marivi. Thank you for your continued generous support. If you'd like to support us on Patreon, you'll find a link in the description wherever you are listening. You'll also find a link to our Discord server, which was very lively tonight for obvious reasons, and a few other fun links in there. So go check that out. And for those of you watching on YouTube, please hit the like and subscribe buttons if you're enjoying the show. Helps us out a ton. And without further ado, how you guys doing?
Now that is a match right there. That is great play from the team. Great subs from Mascherano, which was insane to see. And overall, man, from top to bottom, I think we played very, very, very well. That's the way I wish we would have been playing the last two matches. But I'll take it when we really needed it. Messi's out. We need to win to get in. We did it. So props to that team, man. We played great, honestly. I can't wait to get to the best and least of the match because there are some good nominees for tonight. But overall, awesome, man. Awesome.
Yeah, to quote the water boy, that's a high quality instead of H2O. That's a high quality win right there. We take those. I know that I think it was last episode we were pretty doom and gloom with Messi looking like he was going to miss a few matches. Last thing you would expect was not only for the team to come out firing on all cylinders, but for Mascherano to do the right thing. It's something that we haven't really been able to hang our hat on. Mascherano making good starting lineup decisions, good substitution decisions, and it's like hopefully he'll learn from this because you can see the second the fray comes onto the pitch, just the overall difference it makes on both sides of the ball. And pretty instantly, we started having dangerous chance after dangerous chance after dangerous chance. So I'm really hoping that, well, one, that Mascherano takes note, and two, that Frey is healthy enough to really prove to him that he can get the starting nod. Because it seems to be like that's what Mascherano really leans on when it comes to giving guys the start, is if he feels that they can go 90 minutes. Because Lord knows he doesn't like to sub people off. So that's probably the main component for him is, can you go the full 90? If not, I'm not risking putting you out there.
Well, he surprisingly made a lot of subs today.
Well, because we had the big lead, so he's like, nothing matters.
We haven't always seen that though.
Yeah.
Oh, we have big leads usually. I mean, usually if there's any kind of anything, his subs are usually defensive. And that's why it was so surprising to see Fafa come on today. Because again, we're up 3-1. I'm like, I wouldn't put it against him if there was no Fafa there. Even though everybody's always clamoring for him, I'm happy that we saw him. He almost had a beautiful assist. But you kind of understand why you're up 3-1. You might just lean towards the defensive subs, but I'm glad he didn't.
And we've seen it kind of bite us in the butts before. That whole defensive subs, everyone kind of stays back. They all of a sudden score a goal, and they're like, "Oh crap!" And you start touching your butts a little bit.
We've seen it cut both ways, though. We saw it against Palmeiras, where the subs were not defensive when we expected the defensive subs, and then they stormed back and kicked our butt. So
it's a different animal, though, man. That's a whole different animal.
I know, but I'm saying is like he can't get it right. He can never get it right, and today he did. So we gotta give props where props are due.
He got it perfect tonight. It felt like every move, everyone in our Discord server, we're all like, yeah. That, like, who is this? Who is this, mimic on the sideline that's just where's the real Mascherano? Like, it was so out of character.
There. Where's the real one? And keep him in there, like lock him up.
It was incredible. We saw a halftime sub of Ian Frey for Cello, and that was like immediately a huge signal of like, whoa, Mascherano's serious tonight. Like, he means business. And I wonder if knowing that if we win, we advance. If we don't, it gets fuzzy. I wonder if that factored into it. But he had, to his credit, a fantastic game plan tonight. that he was able to follow the game script. I mean, when you think about it, obviously we conceded first, which not great, but we're able to tie it up. Jose's back from Asia.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
What's up, guys?
Get lost in a tsunami. But we level it before halftime with Rodrigo de Paul scoring his first Inter Miami goal. But you go into the second half and it's a blank page. And Mascherano just, I mean, he every move he made, it worked. And I don't know if it's confirmation bias, but everything he did was good.
Yeah, there's
How have you been the last 2 weeks? It's been a long time. Do you remember how to do this?
I don't know. Does it work?
that's why he took so long.
We
to
can
get
hear
it
you.
to figure it out.
You can hear me. Yeah, it's going pretty good. I mean, I didn't catch the last game because that was just not going to work. You have Fermois, Dave. Good for you. Today's game was awesome, guys. It was kind of what we've been hoping for, to see a team play around not having Messi, and we saw that today, how it can look. It was my first game that I've watched Rodrigo just play well, just into the offense. And I saw a team out there. I didn't see a team trying to play with one player. And I think this is our best version of ourselves when we play like this. Not necessarily hoping that one person bails us out every time. It was good to see.
Let me tell you, speaking about one person bailing us out, Rodrigo de Paul, it was an animal tonight. I mean, the last 2 matches, really, he's been lights out. First match was a pass, just because it was his first match. He hadn't even practiced with the team. But man, tonight he played great. It's really exciting to see. And someone said in the chat, I forgot who it was, that he's illegal in the MLS because the passes that he puts out there, the almost goal with Suarez that was called offside. I thought it was beautiful. Man, he's awesome to see out there. I love the way he just runs up. He gets into the box to get into the attack often, and it's just nice to see, man. Can't wait to see more.
And that's another thing tonight. Mascherano played De Paul further up, obviously without Messi, a tactical decision. So again, everything Mascherano decided to do it worked out, right? It all worked out today. It all came up flush. But yeah, go ahead.
There's also tactical moves by Mascherano, like moving guys around. He did play Allende behind Suarez at some points and moving guys that we haven't really seen him move. Usually if he's moving Allende, it's from one side to the other or up to the striker. But now you can see where he's actually moved the ball to the right, and he actually did a lot of different things which we have not seen Mascherano really do. It's kind of been like, this is it, figure it out. And people have figured us out for the most part. So seeing this team have wrinkles and showing a little bit of evolution, man, who is this guy? And let's see if we can keep getting him as the team's manager.
It was wild. Like, it was a dynamic performance from Inter Miami. Like the initial game plan, it didn't really work. We kept generating a couple chances, but it was all to Allende, who was not great in the first half. I don't know if he was great overall, despite his goal, but he moved things around, like you said, and all of a sudden, Suarez, the playmaker, as I've said many times, with just a great weighted pass into the box, finds Rodrigo de Paul, who I didn't think he was gonna miss. Like he was pretty point blank, but he just nestled it nice in the bottom right corner. To level things up. Pumas had a pretty nice goal. I mean, a little lobbed pass over the top, and the Pumas player volleyed it first time. Rios Novo didn't really have any chance. But yeah, like Suarez taking up the playmaker role, I think, is something that it makes us way better. Like I do want him to be a striker and to collect goals, and he really needs to find a way to get goals in the run of play. Because tonight's goal was a penalty shot, but his ability to pass really troubles defenses against us. Like pretty consistently. He is a very talented passer. It's just a
Yeah.
matter of who's going to get in behind and do something about it. But
But
Right.
that's the beauty of it. Like if you can if you know what he is, as we all do, then formulate an attack that uses that to your advantage, which is why I thought that moving Allende where they did opened it up for us. And it's something that they're absolutely capable of doing. And yeah, he doesn't have the legs that he used to have. But yeah, the passing's there. And again, if you start playing him right this way, the goals will open up for him as well because guys are going to have to start covering the passes, and then that'll leave Suarez some ability to really take some shots. So I just think it's just a matter of consistently doing what we saw today, and I think the goals will come and run a play. Yeah,
Yeah.
Messi's shirt was the brown with the.
Insane.
It was kind of like 70s looking, right?
Mike V says it was a pimp shirt.
Hmm. Maybe.
Jose
I
wasn't.
don't think it was. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't any of those things. It was like
It's
brown.
fashion, all right. It's
It
fashion.
was
It looked-
brown.
It was
Excellent.
like he
brown
had-
and leopard, and it had like
No,
it looked like a tuxedo, but it
No, it
wasn't
looked
really
like
a
he had.
tuxedo.
It looked. This is our little fashion segment. It looked like he had a striped long sleeve shirt, but with like one of those. You know when you get a haircut, they put that like poncho over you. You just had a brown haircut thing.
Oh boy.
Beautiful. Obviously, the four most qualified people to take fashion advice from.
That's right.
Yeah, the guys who all look identical,
That's right.
That's right.
allegedly.
We're all wearing plain t-shirts.
Plain white tees.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Heron
Dave
Heads.
with the
great
Heron
fa-
Heads.
Now that is great fashion sense. Check out the link below. We have more of that fashion.
Actually, we don't
that.
have this shirt on the store, by the way.
But we have
Limited
more Heron
edition.
Heads fashion in there, so check it out.
But yeah, so we go into halftime. It's tied 1-1. And then entering the second half, Ian Frey gets subbed on for Chelo, which, I mean, like the heavens opened up and it was the most glorious moment to see Ian Frey get playtime,
Yeah.
but to see Mascherano make a timely substitution of Chelo, who always seems to play the entire match. So to see that immediately was a signal of like, all right, he means business tonight.
And I'm surprised because we've seen Cello have some stinkers out there, and he
Mhm.
hasn't gotten subbed. Today, I didn't think he wasn't playing well by any means, but I've seen him do way worse
He's
than
played
today.
way worse,
Yeah.
exactly.
And he got the vaudevillian cane right at the half, which I'm all about it. Like you said it today, that Suarez is your Cello and Cello and Robert Taylor is Jose's Cello. Like it's like we all have our guys that we don't really like to see on the pitch, and that's Cello for me at this point, especially when you have the shiny new toy like Frey sitting right behind him. So seeing that
He's
move
not a
at the
new
half,
toy, though. He's not a new toy. We've had him there. It's just
He's just a shiny toy.
he's just always
a new
hurt.
toy.
You know,
I know you're a big Cello guy. I get it.
I'm not a big cello guy. I'm just
You're a huge
not-
Cello guy.
I just
We
don't know
love
how
him.
you
He's a
compare
pit
him to
bull, right,
Robert-
Jose?
Robert. I just don't know how you can compare him to Robert Taylor. That's stupid.
Someone so infatuated with Robert Taylor always brings him up. But Ian Frey
smooth
comes
is-
on.
How smooth is Frey though, man?
He
on
comes on and
ball,
immediately
filthy.
looks dangerous. Like he looks so much
Insane.
more dangerous than Chelo ever looks. We were commenting, Pumas had these chances early, and it was Chelo getting burnt down the wing. It was very Yedlin-like, Jose. But Chelo gets absolutely smoked down the wing. And then the next play, the ball gets played to the same attacker from Pumas. Chelo presses for some reason, and the Pumas player, all he does is a simple 1-2 pass and like spins around, and Chelo has to drag him down. He's lucky he didn't get a yellow card in that moment. But I think Mascherano was like, okay, that's a huge problem. And Frey, like that's why he yanked Chelo, was that sequence of plays, I think, because he was having just like a normal Chelo match, which
Yeah,
isn't
exactly.
great for our purposes, but for Mascherano, it's usually fits the bill. So to see him pull him and then to get that validation of Frey coming on and immediately looks dangerous, creates little opportunities here and there. And the Suarez goal that was disallowed, it started from a Frey pass from the wing. And it's just that type of, I don't know, offensive mindedness from Frey that really adds another element of dynamism in the attack.
The transition from defense to attack, it's silky under Frey. Whereas when cello is involved, there's a lot of clunk to it. There's a lot of like pausing and kind of it's herky jerky. It's honestly the complete opposite effect from Frey. When you see Frey out there, it is just like it's smooth. It's just
And
it's poetry in motion. Whereas chunky cello is just not that.
chunky cello. And to that point, Pumas, at least in the first half, and this is probably why he pulled them out. They were really trying to push that transition. They were trying to catch us off guard. As soon as they got possession again, everyone was literally just storming up on the attack. So
And
maybe Mascherano saw something and said, "Whoa, Cello, you're not made for this. Let's bring in Frey in half." And
You don't have
and
the facilities, big boy.
props to him. I don't know what the hell they put in his mate today, but they got to do it again because he was smart today.
And we caught them a few times while they were trying to blow up the pitch. We caught them a few times with counters that I don't think they saw us having that in us. I mean, we blew up. Unfortunately, we had that I can mention at least 2 opportunities that seemed like pretty gimmies at the end there when they were just blowing up the pitch, and we got him on a counter with Allende that he tried to do a little scary Larry over the top. It was failed miserably, and from there we had also the other one. The Krematsky one, which I don't know. I honestly I don't know what he was doing there, but also terrible. You know, that's that. But that's what we're talking about now, right? There's an abundance of opportunities, and we can't get the XG because it's a Leagues Cup. But I was curious what it was. But it was. I felt like we had a bunch of opportunities today.
I'll give you the XG from my record book. It was over 5. We should have scored 5 goals tonight. Because even if you take into account the Kremaski and the Allende chances, fine, whatever. But there were so many other chances that went just begging for a finish. There was the one, I forget who had the chance. Yeah, Telasco had.
Yeah.
But there was also one where I want to say it might have been. I feel like Allende had on his own 7 chances inside the box.
Allende had 2 or 3 that were egregious. The one being the really, really bad one where he got dunked on by the goalkeeper. But he had 2 other chances there to really do something, and
the 2-on-1 opportunity.
He just loses the ball.
His touch is so bad.
The 2-on-1 opportunity with him and Suarez. I don't even know why Suarez passed it to him, to be honest with you, because it was
the play. Like that is the play. That is what you were supposed to do in that situation.
No, that's what happens.
Yeah,
I mean, like Allende needs to do better. Is the breakdown of that is
it's like he goes to collect the ball and then he like sticks his hand in his pocket, and instead of the ball, it's just a bunch of lint. He's like, "Oh crap!" And then the ball's like rolling away from it. It's painful. It's painful to watch when Allende just loses it out there, and he does it constantly. And today especially was a little bit brutal. I guess we didn't really feel it last
because we had opportunities. That's why.
Yeah. Last match we didn't see him too much because he was pulled because of the fuck going red.
Right.
XG by the way, 3.8 for Miami versus 1.
That's crazy.
High. That's super high.
That's the MLS app. Take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, it's high.
So the Suarez play that Frey fed from the wing eventually was called offside. He was offside by a mile. There's nothing to really discuss there. He celebrated with some hat, and then he just looked silly in hindsight.
I knew it was a bad idea the moment he did it. The moment he did it, I was like, man, you're really going all out right now, you know?
But then he brought it out. He brought it out again after the penalty, though.
That's right.
So the penalty earned by Segovia, I also think there's nothing to question with that penalty being called, because the Pumas defender, I think it was Angulo, although I could be mistaken. His arm was he was just like arms out, like question. A T pose. No question. It was a very quick review. And Suarez with the Panenka, which is pretty cheeky, although Keylor Navas was not in net. And we always say it's a cheeky Keylor Navas. But a cheeky little Panenka from Suarez. And if you have a goalie that has the number 183, you better score on him multiple times. And Suarez's penalty kick was the start of something continuing to be very good in the second half. And shortly thereafter, we get the Allende goal off a beautiful feed from Suarez. And again, when Suarez takes Okay, go ahead. Big update.
Sorry for interrupting you.
Breaking.
Suarez's hat. I didn't realize had his daughter's name on it. Yesterday was her birthday. So
Aw,
happy
Aw,
birthday,
happy
Delfina
birthday.
Suarez.
Happy
Pistolera
birthday.
daughter.
Pistolerita.
Pistolera.
Anyways, so Suarez in the playmaker role, he just occupies that space at the top of the penalty box, and he's really dangerous passing the ball. Allende very happy to make the run into the box in behind, and does a good job with a little kind of like a little dinked shot just over the right side of the goalkeeper. Good finish. And I was like, oh, cool. Maybe this is like the start of something good for Allende. And then shortly thereafter was the 2-on-1 opportunity that he completely botched. But Allende with a good finish there. And that was, for all intents and purposes, it was the dagger. Pumas had maybe one good chance after that, but that was it. That was it. And Inter Miami, frankly, they dominated the second half. It was as comprehensive a half of football that we've seen under Mascherano as I can remember, certainly in the short term. That's it. Thanks for tuning into the Heron Heads podcast. I'm not just kidding. Jose, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
The great return.
Sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit.
And now it's time for Jose's most and least of the match, presented by SofaScore.
Well, folks, we had a 56% possession in this game. We dominated the game in the second half, and we had a lot of good opportunity. A lot of good stats to go through. What do you guys got? Least of the match.
You don't remember how to do this.
Yeah, I was
Well,
like,
you're starting with least of the match. Jeez.
Started with possession. I
All
was
over
trying
the
to,
place.
I was trying to go in
Just
smoothly.
firing off stats.
Just work with me. My God.
He's like, these are my notes.
He's still jet lagged.
I actually am, but did you forget my question? I said least of the match. Who do you got?
I did forget your question because you said so many things.
I'm gonna. Does Chelo qualify for this?
You started.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'm not gonna go with him. I'm gonna go with Lujan.
Lujan. I thought Lujan played pretty well. That's surprising. I'm gonna go. I think Chelo's the low-hanging fruit, so I'm gonna go with Rios Novo.
Oh shoot! You guys took both of my guys, man.
Take the low-hanging fruit.
Yeah.
Take the fruit.
I'm gonna go with Busquets. I didn't really notice him today. I didn't notice him.
I noticed it.
I think the rest of our midfield is playing so well.
he drew some
really
fouls.
he didn't really have to do much.
It's
That's what I
crazy. You
saw.
guys are just mostly wrong.
Okay, because I was right. That's why mostly.
No, actually, you guys were all wrong. Actually, yeah.
Were we wrong enough where you had to go back into SofaScore and get ratings?
Yes.
That's what we're going for.
Yeah. So you wanted Lujan. Lujan is 7.4. Very top.
Yeah, I
five,
liked
actually.
what he did today.
Comment, Julio. Now that you realize to reflect on your decision.
I mean, similar to Busquets, I didn't really notice him. The only time I noticed him was when he got burned on that play where the Pumas attacker went down the wing and burned both Chelo and Lujan. Lujan had plenty of time, and even with the angle that he took, which I think was the appropriate one, he got beat.
I saw a handful of plays where he actually caught up and did like one of those sliding drop kick deflections to get the ball out, and not just clear it, but were actually completed passes, which is really impressive. That's why I was a little surprised. But I mean, if all you remember is that one really bad one, I understand that.
There you go.
So you can recall 5 plays that he did sliding drop kicks, and he passed it perfectly to the other guy.
I said 5. I don't think I said that.
You said 5. We'll roll the tape at the end. All right. So you're
gonna single anyone else out, Jose?
Well, you threw me off. I had to look literally. I had to look because you guys suck. And then I'm not gonna acknowledge any of the ones you said. Well, Rios Novo was 6.6, which was bad. The main one that I expected you guys to say, which was the least of the match, was Segovia, 6.3.
I thought he played well.
Busi, you said Busi, Chris?
Yeah.
Busi was literally like the 3rd best player on the team.
I thought so. He did really well.
Like this is what I'm saying. Like this is the ridiculousness.
Chris didn't notice him because he was watching.
I noticed Segovia way more than Busquets. How
That's
about
because
that?
all you do is
That's
stare at
personal
him.
preference.
You just stare at him
You
with
say
hard
you say
eyes.
what you want.
Just hate Busquets. My God.
I know I'm the one that
Yeah.
gets grilled for my choice.
Yeah. But
Chris
that's
was
why.
more wrong. I don't understand.
No, but you're both completely wrong. That's the thing.
I like how
was
Jose
the
kind of
third best
swept.
and Lujan was like the fourth
Jose
best.
swept
Like,
the
you guys
fact
are
that I
wrong.
was pretty right on mine. I was like,
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
6.6.
Real
whatever.
number was 6.6, but honestly, I kind of thought that was a stupid decision. For like that's where SofaScore kind of like annoys
What
me
did,
because
the
like
thing is, what did Rios Novo do? He allowed a goal that
he allowed
he
one
could've played it
goal.
better,
And he only had, but
And-
he only had like what 2 saves,
and he
or something?
wasn't really tested.
And he didn't pass the
Yeah.
ball lock because the ball
Yeah.
didn't get to
So
him.
whose
often.
fault is
And-
that? He had a fine
No,
game.
we're not saying it's anyone's fault. We're sort of agreeing with your sentiment of SofaScore is
Yeah.
kind of dumb sometimes because of
I
that.
mean, yeah,
So-
you're just guessing who's the lowest graded, and that's a good recipe for being a low score.
So Segovia 6.3, Allende
Dumb
7.1.
score.
Because somebody has said before that Allende had a bad game, so I was like, let me write it down.
And that was a good.
Yeah,
It's a
he
7.1.
scored. He
Which
scored.
is
so you
funny.
weren't gonna
Allende,
pick.
I felt like he got better as the game was going. You didn't like him at all.
It was like very low, and then a little blip when he scored the goal, but then back down to like very low performance.
He made a
What-
lot
what-
of good runs.
Yes.
The problem is that the second the ball would find him, bad things would occur.
The
Yes.
thing is,
Mhm.
Both-
he's
both
doing
your
something
statements.
he provides something for our team that I feel like nobody else provides, which is
Yeah.
doing
Sure,
those
yeah.
runs.
He makes the runs.
He makes the runs, and we're getting him in good spots. The problem is that he just can't,
The
gather himself and kick it properly.
It's that meme. It's like the Brad Pitt from Moneyball. It's like he makes the great runs. The flaw is that he sucks.
So there you go. Falcon was I thought you guys would say Falcon 7.0.
See, I thought he played better than Lujan.
Agreed.
All that.
Yeah.
I did think he played better than Lujan, but again, similar style today. The thing is,
And
his
Chelo-
drop kick,
Chelo,
his
your
drop kick
boy,
saves weren't perfect
Nobody,
passes.
everybody was saying prior to these rankings how much they hated Cello, but nobody said Cello.
It was just too easy.
6.6 for Cello.
Jose, embrace debate.
Yeah, that makes
You
sense.
know-
6.6.
You know how we always say, "Oh, who's the best of the match outside of Messi?"
Right.
Like, we basically say, "Who's the worst outside of
Outside-
Chelo?"
You want to throw an interesting stat right back at you?
Please.
You guys were loving Frey, right?
Uh-huh.
He played
Yes,
half
Jose,
the
yes.
game.
Tell
He
us,
played
tell
half
us.
the game. I'm counting him in these rankings.
Okay.
6.9.
Makes sense.
Great.
He's a sub.
Better than Cello.
He's not Cello. He played more than Cello.
He's a sub, though. It doesn't matter.
He
When you're
played
a sub,
exactly the same as Cello, and he did better.
Exactly the same.
More. He played
He was,
more.
he was literally a halftime sub.
Yeah, then there's more time in the second half than first. Ipso facto, Frey 6.9. Man of the match. Who do you guys got?
Suarez.
Suarez.
Just to be different, I'll say DePaul. Just to be different.
Good. At least
Busquets
you're on
third.
track this time around. You know what I'm saying?
I'm surprised Chris didn't say
I already told
Segovia.
you Busti was
So
number
here's
three.
here's what
Busquets.
I'm curious. Where's Alba?
He's
Because
number
I thought
4.
Alba had a really good game.
7.7 for Alba, Busi 7.9, Rodrigo 8.2, and Suarez an almost perfect 9.8.
Nice.
Makes sense.
Three goal contributions will do that.
Guy was an animal, bro.
And
Guy
he
was an
didn't have
animal.
he didn't have those atrocious misses that we've
Yes.
become
He had
accustomed
one.
to.
He had one, and that's it.
It wasn't atrocious.
No, it wasn't atrocious. That was a good
Those are
attempt.
hard.
And he needs to make those attempts to open up space for others.
Mhm.
That was like
He
a
did have
one-time-
one that was like, what? Where the hell did he shoot that one?
No, it was
that-
the one coming across the box that was
that
first
Alba
time that
peeled.
he curled it, and it was like 2 yards wide.
No, that was beautiful. I'm talking about Alba peeled back on a pass towards the end of the match, and it just shot it.
I
It was such a weird shot. It went all the way up and
Alba,
saw
who
how
are
to
we
play.
talking about? Alba or Suarez?
Suarez.
Both.
It was a terrible shot by Suarez at the end. But it's fine. We're nitpicking. My point is that
I remember now.
he
I
had a
remember
way better game. He had more opportunity, and he took advantage while Allende did not. And maybe this role for Suarez is the role we need to kind of put him in going forward. It just suits him better.
Dude, I've said it for a couple of weeks now. He needs to be in the playmaker role, and the only problem is who is going to score when he's passing the ball off, right? Not that Suarez is necessarily scoring, but if you're telling Suarez, "Hey, go make passes into the final like touch in the box," who's going to be at the end of that? That's scoring. Is it going to be Segovia? Is Allende going to elevate his play and finish some? Is it going to be Alba? Is it going to be someone else like DePaul? So that is the missing component for that to be an effective, sustainable strategy. Is if Suarez isn't going to be your striker, like by title, I guess, who is it going to be? Oh, that's the only thing. But yeah, I think this position or this role suits Suarez way better this season. Yeah, it's Messi's role, but he's not here for the next 2-3 weeks. So
no, but let's play a game of. We know that this is Suarez's like the best way to use him. Once we have Messi back on the team,
put Fafa in.
How
instead
of
it goes back.
Messi are kind of playing that role.
I think it would open up things tremendously if they did that. Will Mascherano do that? Probably not. I think it would be very interesting to explore.
Yeah.
It just goes back to the same question we've been saying. Why is Suarez playing so much, in my opinion?
Yeah.
Because if they're doing similar roles, if you're obviously relying on Messi to play that role, Suarez, we've seen that he hasn't been able to finish, unfortunately. But we have seen the playmaking ability. So, you know, if Messi's doing that, why is Suarez getting so many minutes? We have capable attackers. You know, we see it often when they play, even if they play 15 minutes like Fafa did today. You know, you see a different strategy when they're out there, and you know, you got to question it.
I almost wonder if you were to put like Messi at the 9 and kind of put Suarez back a little bit and make him more of a creator in that sense.
Remember when we saw Messi?
You know that he will score if you put him.
Yeah,
in
it would have to. I think if you do like a false 9 where Suarez just comes like. He plays up, but he really drops deep more often than not. And then you have the wingers sort of cut in behind. I think that could be like a really effective strategy. But again, I don't know if Mascherano will do that, if he thinks he has the pieces to do that. Obviously, with Messi, he can on that specific side, but it's a matter of who's on that other side cutting in. I think Fafa would be fantastic for something like that because Suarez's ability to, with back to goal, either pass it back to someone like DePaul or Busquets coming in and them playing the pass over the top, or Suarez himself turning and playing Fafa into space. I think that could be, it could really open up opposing teams.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. As long as last time we saw Messi at the 9, all they were doing was crossing it into the middle of the box.
Yeah.
And that's not the best way to utilize him.
And the big problem obviously with that is you want Messi also collecting the ball with space to run. You don't want him being the highest player up the pitch.
Right.
So that's the only other concern. So again, I don't think Mascherano would ever do that, but
there's a path.
To me, it would be really interesting because I think Suarez this season has been so much more effective as a playmaker rather than obviously his scoring has dropped off tremendously. So, but his playmaking has been better.
I only posed that question just because what we saw today from Luis Suarez, and it was against a pretty good Pumas team, right? So it's like, I wonder, like, how we're utilizing everybody's ability to the fullest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, incredible that we saw rotational players being used to their fullest in that sense, right? Like we haven't seen that, and that feels like something very basic. So getting that rotation even down is something that really helps this team moving forward, right? You're taking the fatigue load off of, or the workload off of all the starters, right? Instead of playing 95 minutes, obviously it was a very late substitution, but like DePaul only played 87 minutes, but Suarez gets subbed off, right? In like the 82nd minute or whatever it was. So that adds up over time, right? Like it can't be 95 minutes every single match for all these guys that are up there in age. So even just that component helps this team reach its highest level, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Do you happen to have Bright's rating, Jose? If you don't, it's okay. 7.4. He had his moments. He definitely had some struggles with his passing, but man, it's so fun watching Bright out there. Like his ability to win the ball, and if he loses the ball, he is super willing to run back and try to get it back. I love Yannick Bright, man.
Interestingly enough, I saw him running up in the attack often as well too. More than we've seen in the past, I guess, for him.
Especially early in the game. I was like, man, he's playing high.
Yeah. That was nice to see too. Maybe he's trying to learn from DePaul.
I like it.
Agreed.
Did you guys notice DePaul trying to shoot from outside the box multiple times? They got blocked. I think it was like two or three shots they got blocked, but he was dying to shoot from outside the box.
Well,
And
they were
that's
setting,
awesome.
they were teeing it up to him
Yeah.
at a perfect. Every one of those shots, Chris, I recall, he was in a perfect spot for it.
Yeah, they
That's
ended
fine,
up getting
man.
blocked, but it was awesome.
Yeah,
I would
we've
love
been
to
talking
see
about
it.
this for over a season, for over
Right.
a year. We've been saying this team needs to shoot from
But-
outside the box.
Talking
the
about
low block.
DePaul and shooting, there was one sequence where he was so mad at Allende because Allende took a shot with the defender right in his face, and he had a little touch pass right there for DePaul, who had nothing but the net in front of him. And you can see, and right after the sequence, DePaul, I haven't seen him flip out on a player yet, and he flipped out on Allende, and I was just like, man, Allende needs to get his head out of his butt because this is more of what we've seen. But thankfully, DePaul did find the back of the net later in that match, because if he didn't score, I know he'd be like dreaming about that opportunity because it was wide open.
Yeah. So do we know? I guess shifting focus to the next match. Do we still have to play the Saturday match this week, or the MLS match?
You mean the MLS match? It's on
I believe
Sunday.
so.
And
Oh,
I
Sunday.
think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Sunday
So
at
then
8 p.m.
So
Yeah.
the next Leagues Cup match is next midweek.
Quarterfinals start August 19th. So when's that?
Oh, so 2 weeks.
Oh, that's
so,
the
2 weeks from now.
Tuesday. Yeah, 2 Tuesdays from now.
Well, I'm sure there'll be 2
17th
nights.
is a Sunday.
It'll probably be 2 nights of quarterfinal matches at a minimum. So okay,
yeah,
2
it's
weeks from now.
August 19th and 20th quarterfinals. Then semifinals August 26th and 27th.
Cool.
Yeah, we
Nice.
can't avoid Orlando that easy.
That's fine. I don't want to avoid them.
I don't want to avoid.
I'm just saying.
After the match we just saw,
Yeah.
After the match we
And
just
I'm
saw?
gonna tell you, and I don't know if you guys have brought up yet. Like, I'm sure you did. What having a guy like Rodrigo has done for this lineup, like for the team.
yeah.
Like
it's crazy, man.
we
It's
saw
what
today.
Midfield looks complete right now.
What it's done
it looks
and what
complete.
it can do, because we
Well-
still haven't seen him be able to utilize use the whole toolbox. He's made passes in games before that you're like, damn, I wish we had Fafa in there because nobody is able to catch up to that ball. But it's the absolute right play. He's constantly making the right play, but the players haven't figured it out with him yet. So it's
What
what's
I've noticed-
coming is great.
What I've noticed right away is that we're able to utilize both sides of the pitch for offense, for good offense.
Well, because you're adding quality players now throughout the pitch, and that really helps cover the space around them.
Dave, on the right side, when we're going up the right side of the pitch, who's facilitating that prior to Rodrigo de Paul?
Our least favorite players.
Yeah, it's Cello.
Who? Go ahead.
Cello
It goes from Cello, and Cello does what? He gets to
loses
top
the
of
ball.
pitch,
It's
Lose
Cello.
the
It's
ball.
Cello Allende.
Probably turns around right in the corner by himself, and he's like, I don't know
That's
what to do
right.
anymore.
Well, we
Caught
saw it.
out of the corner. The defenders are like salivating. They're like, oh my god, I got this guy in the corner. Turnover city.
We saw it in the first half. In the first half, it was Cello Allende going to the corner to the
Yes.
point when Frey went to that corner in the second half. The announcers are like, "Oh, it's Allende territory," and I'm just like, "Is that an insult? Like, I don't understand what that means as Allende territory."
I think they confused the Hispanic guy. That's all it was. They just didn't know who it was.
All right, let's get into this question because it's a
Yeah,
Fairly
like this
All
interesting
question.
Hispanic.
Yeah, I like this question. So Ian's asking, is this Ian Frey? Ian's asking, would you say this is one of the best games we've seen Miami play without Messi? I'm curious to see if we continue playing well as a team after Messi comes back.
The best game without Messi under Mascherano, for sure.
Oh, yeah, under Mascherano for sure. But I think we saw some really good games last year without Messi, to be honest.
Yeah, that led us to the to have the supporter shield. It was because of that, to be honest. But as far as for me, I think it was this game just because of what we were just talking about before, where all of a sudden we're starting to see this team kind of form a real, an identity where we're able to attack from multiple angles. It doesn't have to just be on the left side, Alba pushing it up, and that's mostly where you'd see the most activity, right? Whenever we'd see a good shot in the box, it would come typically from either Messi coming and getting it, taking it up the pitch and figuring something out, or Alba going on the left side. Now we're able to go the traditional Messi route. We're able to go Alba on the left side of the pitch, and also now Rodrigo on the right side, and Allende is now emerging as well. Segovia is really picking his spots nicely. Suarez seems to be, a guy. Forbid he scores a goal or two. It's looking really good right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is the most talent that we've ever had without
Yeah,
Messi. So
easily.
it makes sense that this is gonna look this way. It should look this way. And games before this should have looked this way. So definitely, this is the most talented group sans Messi that we've ever seen under in Inter Miami history. Basically, I'm not even gonna say it in the Messi squad. Like, remove Messi and think of the entire history of Inter Miami. There's never been a group as good as this one right now without Messi.
Speaking of history, did you see Falcon today do a Kamal Miller? The guy
Yeah,
just
he was moving. He was moving up the pitch. It wasn't.
Yeah.
Oh,
Kamal
running
Miller
up the pitch, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
It wasn't like by himself, like gun hoing it, like Leroy Jenkins,
did
like
one
Kamal
time.
Miller did.
He did one time, and at the end, it just resulted in him just falling out.
Yeah, he collapsed.
He passed it and completed the pass, but it just like
That's right.
I think he
He's
did that
like, I'm
last
done.
match,
I'm
too.
done.
He went.
This is another good question. So Henry's asking, guys, do you think
We
we'll
even finished the first one. It was just me
yeah,
that
we
answered
did.
the first one.
It's
So
over.
we don't all have to answer, Jose. It's okay.
Okay.
I know you're still remembering how to do this. It's
I
okay.
know. All right, that's fine.
Jet lag.
So Henry's asking, guys, do you think we should think of supporter shield or just get into the playoffs with giving rest to some players?
And I did.
I
not
think the
understand
priority
that.
right now is Leagues Cup. We need hardware. We haven't won anything this season. It has to start now. It has to come now. If we win the Leagues Cup, we get that CONCACAF spot for next season. Then we could think about probably slowing down a little bit. But honestly, I want them to win all three. Why not?
I would
Maybe
be
we didn't
shocked.
If we have the
I would
team to
be
do it, win all three.
I would be shocked if Mascherano was like, I'm going to rest, guys.
Yeah.
That would just
Not
be a
his MO.
shocking revelation. Yeah.
That's not his MO. Period.
Yeah.
But what do you mean we didn't win anything, Chris? We advanced in the Club World Cup. That's a win in of itself. We got a nice little purse.
I need a trophy in the trophy case.
Okay. We didn't win any trophies. That's true. This is true.
Yeah. Trophies.
Not only that, but like it's like he says, it sets us up for next year. I agree with Chris. Leagues Cup is super important, but also we have enough depth, guys, that we don't have to. Even if we rest guys, it doesn't mean we're not going for it. That's the thing. That's what I'm noticing now. That guys that were our starters before are going to be our depth now, which is, it helps.
Yeah.
I agree.
Again, I don't see Mascherano like rotating the squad to have priority number one be rest for the playoffs. I think he'll go, so long as it's mathematically possible, I think he'll go for the supporter shield.
And we're still in good shape for the supporter shield too. We're still
3 games. There's still 3 games in hand.
I think there's
Yes.
still 3 games, and we're down 8 points from Philadelphia. So we're still in good shape.
We
You know,
control
we're not-
our own
We're
destiny.
not. Yeah.
Yep. If we win every single match moving forward, we did it.
Easy.
We
I
did
do
it.
agree. Miami King MLS Cup is the one I really want to.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you
Agreed.
desire
Hands
that
down.
one,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna like not take this one. You take this, you take that one too.
It's true. Yeah, so Sunday is the match against Orlando. You guys want to make some quick predictions here? Cocky Inter Miami fan is for
Oh,
me.
man.
I'm back. I'm saying a repeat of tonight, 3-1 Inter Miami.
A nice one.
DePaul scores
Ooh.
again.
And no
Love
Messi.
I think it's gonna be closer. We saw Muriel today really find his groove. He got a hat trick in the first half, which is really cool for them. I say it's gonna be Inter Miami win, but 3-2.
I'm gonna go with the boring 2-1 win, but we are gonna win. I think Orlando's a little brother here in Florida, so we get the win. I love the DePaul goal, but I think Suarez also gets a goal.
I wish
He
you had
has
just
to.
stopped it at.
He has.
I
to.
love the DePaul.
I
Period.
love the DePaul.
I love it at DePaul.
I'm gonna tell you that Muriel, Ojeda, and Angulo little Bermuda triangle that they got going on. It's it looks.
Put him in
looks
the
like-
doghouse.
There's only
And-
one. There's only one Bermuda Triangle in Florida, and it's
Oh,
Falcon.
probably there.
It's Noah Allen,
Part of it's
and
hurt.
it's Yannick Bright.
Okay.
There you go.
That's the
That's a
only
new
Bermuda
triangle.
Triangle.
Crappy triangle. So like no, I'm a little nervous about this game. I think that we get a tie out of it. 2-2.
Oh God, you really don't remember how this goes.
We're all supposed to predict wins here.
You're all over the place, Jose.
That's it.
All right.
Bye.
All right. Well, we'll be live after the match on Sunday. Chris, do you have the kickoff time for Sunday?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Oh,
8 p.m. It's a good one. It's a good one.
beautiful.
Yeah, thank
Sunday
you.
night.
Thank you, MLS.
A little Sunday night football.
Sunday night soccer, yeah.
Sunday
Might-
night.
Might be falling asleep there.
Oh, jeez.
my
Get it
goodness.
together, man. You have
It's a
plenty of
week.
time to catch up.
This is
The jet
America,
lag.
Oh, man.
all right?
You've
We
been
watch
here for a
sports on
week
Sunday
already.
night.
I have not been here for a week.
On Sunday, you will have been here for a week.
All right.
All right.
Let's go.
All right.
Well,
All right.
fantastic win for Inter Miami in the League's Cup. They advanced to the quarterfinals, beating Pumas 3-1. For everyone watching on YouTube, thanks for tuning in to the Heron Heads podcast, your first stop for all things Inter Miami, powered by 786 Sports. Hit the like and subscribe buttons if you haven't already. And for those of you listening on audio, make sure to leave us a 5-star rating. And we'll see you guys on Sunday after we show Orlando that they are still the little brothers of Florida. But for now, have a great rest of your week. Have a good start to your weekend, and we'll catch you then. Bye.
Thank you.